But awesome. Gonna get into JJK.
Hell yeah.
So the long wait is over, folks. Jujutsu Kaisen is back, and it's like that. That is the name of the episode. It's like that. So in this roller coaster of an episode, we return to the present to find a possible love interest for Yuji, a newly recommended first grade sorcerer. We also
Hey.
find out who one of the Jujutsu High moles are. So the episode starts off with the main trio walking around Tokyo. Yuji's explaining that he's going to go see some movie called Human Earthworm 4. She doesn't want to see it. And he pulled up the trailer on his phone, and this shit looked so dumb. I want to go see it.
Okay. You got to speak for yourself on that one. This looked disgusting. One, it was a human earthworm, and there were little earthworm babies, and that part really took me out.
You know what?
They were all like saying, "Daddy, Daddy." That
Papa,
shit was disgusting,
Papa.
bro.
You're not looking at the big theme here, though. This is a love story about a woman who falls in love with an earthworm man.
Disgusting. And like it was Human Earthworm 4, so they made 3 of them before this in that universe. I thought that's what was surprising to me. They're doing well in the box office.
I mean, shit, dude. We're on like Scream 5, right? Scream 6 at this point.
The first few Screams were pretty decent, though.
Yeah, but it's the same movie over and over again.
Yeah, it's true. They love to do that with the thrillers. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, the horror movies, dude. I mean, how many movies we have about? Oh God, Michael Myers, Jason.
There's so many Jasons.
I mean, do you have Freddy versus Jason, dude? There's a million of them.
Dude, you remember? So our audience, me and Dan used to be roommates at some point in the past. We had speaking of Jason, we had a roommate whose last name was Voorhees. And for months, I thought he was just bullshitting and lying to me until I saw his ID. I was like, his last name is really fucking Voorhees. Like, what's going on here?
Fuck that, dude. Don't go near Crystal Lake with that guy. But I mean, dude, those movies are great. I saw my first boob in Freddy versus Jason. I was like 9, 8, something like that, watching this movie, and that scene happened. My mom was like, "I didn't know this was gonna be in this movie." And I'm thinking back at it now. I'm like, it's a horror movie. There's always some blonde bimbo with tits out. It's the horror movie formula, dude.
She's so innocent. I think my first boob was Janet Jackson at the Super Bowl halftime show.
That is true, but I don't have vivid memories of that one.
Oh, I do.
There you go.
Yeah. That was on my birthday too. But
what
a birthday, right?
You got Justin Timberlake personally did that just for you, man.
Motherfucking man. But let's get back to the episode, man. So yeah, like he said in the intro there, Todo and Mei have recommended like our main trio, and then also Panda and Maki for first grade sorcerers. And they also set up some rules around it, which I think are going to come into play in the next few episodes here as the season closes down. So in order to become a first grade sorcerer, first thing, you got to be recommended by 2 first grade sorcerers. That is complete. But next, they're going to have to carry out a mission under a different first grade sorcerer. So you got to get judged by somebody else, recommended by somebody else. And then the third caveat is you're going to be assigned your first grade mission to do on your own. No team, just you, 1v the hands. And then from there, depending on how you do on this mission, they will or will not they will upgrade you from a semi first grade to a first grade sorcerer. So
here's something I don't get about this, right?
What's up?
So Yuji is already special grade. Isn't that higher than first grade?
That is higher, but I don't think he's officially a special grade.
Oh, okay.
He's a special grade because Sukin is inside of him. But yeah. I don't think he's like officially on the books as a he still has to go through the process, even though Jogo's like, yeah. Gojo's like, yeah, you're definitely special grade, my G.
Yeah, I mean, you have the king of the demons living inside you. Come on.
Right. If anything goes too far left, we know he's just going to come out and start boxing.
That's the
So
best parts of the show.
yeah, it really is.
I
Bro's a
love when
menace.
Sukino shows up, dude.
Yeah, he's an absolute menace. He's always dicking on the other cursed spirits. I love it. So Toto and Mei Mei are kind of doing this little ping pong thing while they're talking and explaining these rules to us. So it was a good way to do that. It felt natural, even though like, why am I watching ping pong and JJK? Cool.
Hey, man, ping
Actually,
pong's
I was
fucking
thinking,
awesome.
well, one ping pong, I suck at it, but it is fun to watch people play. And also, are there ping pong anime?
There's got to be a ping pong
There
sports
really
anime.
does. I mean, it just seems like it's got to happen. I mean, I believe it's super, super big in Eastern Asian countries. So there's no way there's not. But I think I want to watch one because this was a cool couple minutes. But from there, Toto, while they're playing the ping pong, kind of says, Yuji one is gonna definitely accept this. He's gonna accept the opportunity because he needs to go on more dangerous missions to increase the chances to find more Sukino's fingers, which I thought was a good thing to point out because I hadn't really thought about that. Bro needs them fingers.
Yeah, it's been a while since like we've actually like followed the story of Yuji. I mean, if you think about it, season 1 ended in what, like
2021.
2021? And
I'm
then we
pretty
got
sure.
the movie that had nothing to do with him.
Yep, that happened
then,
in late 2021. Yep.
And then we just had the flashback arc. So like, I don't even remember half of JJK at this point. I mean, I know the premise, but like, it's been a while. I've watched a lot of
Dude,
anime since then.
right. Same for me. Probably not as quite as much as you, but I definitely had to look up some characters' names. Whereas like One Piece, it comes on every week, and we don't, I don't need to. I know their names. I see them every week, so it's just a bit different. But it was good that he pointed that out. As kind of a reminder and to like jog memory there.
Yeah, but so after this ping pong game, we get a massive curveball thrown that I did not expect at all. So Nobara runs into Yuji's old classmate, Ozawa, and she is a very tall lady.
Yes,
she's like 6'2", probably.
I don't know if she's that tall, Dan.
I mean, she had like 6 or 7 inches on Nobara, and you got to figure she's 5'6" at least, right?
We're about to see.
But so basically, it comes out that she's had a crush on Yuji for a long time, but in middle school, she was short. She was a little stocky.
Yeah, she was a little stocky. She was not easily tipped over. And so Nobara is actually 5'3". So that girl's not that tall. She's maybe like 5'9".
She's like 5'10".
Okay, I'll give you the inch.
She is tall for a Japanese woman.
Yes, she's tall for most women. And she grew 6 inches in 6 months, which I imagine had to be painful.
Well, hey man, easiest way to trim down your body weight is just to get really tall. I had the same thing happen to me. I was a husky little guy and I grew about 8 inches in like 6th grade. It was fit as fuck after.
She's got to stretch it out.
But there was this hilarious scene where Ozawa and Nobara were talking and they're like, it's like that. And she's like, Ozawa just looks back at her. It's like, yeah, it's like that. And the way they animated it was so funny. Like, I forgot that Jujutsu Kaisen did that dumb, like, Full Metal Alchemist style animation.
Yes.
And I was like, oh my God, this is hilarious.
No, this scene was really fun. I don't think we're really sure. If you haven't read the manga, you're like not really sure how this ties into it. And I haven't read it either. So, but it was really fun. This part was really fun because they always take like each other's love interests so seriously on their team. Anytime they like talk, a guy's talking to a girl or Nobara's talking to a guy, they're all like, even Gojo's like, "Ooh, what's happening here?" So it was cool to see them get back to that. I'm very, very happy about it.
And then there was this really funny scene where Nobara was like, did my heart just skip a beat? Like, does she have some like deep hidden feelings for her boy Yuji? Like, is that gonna come out?
I think she might, because she was trying to explain to Ozawa that hell would freeze over before I got with Yuji, And like as she's saying this, like her heart skipped a beat, and I'm a little concerned for Nobara here. You know, maybe that's some misplaced hate she's got going on.
She's got some competition in this 5'10" behemoth. But so they go to this diner, they're having this conversation, and then they gotta call in the UG expert. So they call him Megami, and he's like, they're like, does Yuji have a girlfriend? And he's like, no, he has this pinup poster. It's just this babe in a bikini on his wall at the dorm. And he's basically like, no man with a girlfriend would have that on their wall. That's so disrespectful.
Right. That was a great deduction, though. Not gonna lie.
Big time. And they're like, okay, what kind of girls does Yuji like? And he's like, he likes tall chicks. And Nobara, before you can even blink an eye, pulls out her phone and is like, get to the diner right now. Why? Just come. He's like, okay.
And as I was like, that was pretty like, that was kind of straightforward of you. It's very forward, you know, how Nobara is. She plays no games. She's like one of my favorite female characters of recent times. Just a bad bitch. Just a bad bitch. That's all. But yeah, she's like, yeah, you have a chance. I'm getting him here right now, and it doesn't waste any time. And good old Yuji shows up. And the next thing you know, Nobara is like really concerned. She's like, oh, fuck, I didn't tell him who was here. She's changed a lot. He might not remember who it is. And Yuji just walks up and he's like, oh, what's up, Ozawa? And everybody's like, okay. They like chill out. And then they actually put up like the 10 out of 10 signs, which was another little goofy moment out of here.
Love it. But this led to a flashback of him basically like, he was like the only person who was nice to her. Like she was definitely didn't have a lot of friends. Definitely none of the boys were talking to her. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And there's a scene where she's like sitting outside of the classroom, kind of like eavesdropping on their conversation. And two of Yuji's friends from middle school were like, so, you know, if you had to pick a girl from our school, you know, who would you pick? And he's basically like, oh, I don't know. I don't really care. That's not my thing. And they're like, no, if you had to pick. And he said Ozawa. Because she can eat.
She can eat. Her handwriting's pretty, he said. And she was nice.
Yuji's got a type. He wants a tall woman who can put down as many plates as Goku.
Boom. Boom. But yeah, so they kind of skip over them actually talking, and in the end, they're kind of just like walking out. Ozawa doesn't look too happy. She's going back to the train station, and it turns out they didn't actually exchange contact information, but Nobara kept Ozawa's phone number, you know, just in case, because I think she's gonna put this thing together for him. They don't, you know, he doesn't know what he needs right now, and but Nobara is actually a little mad because Yuji might get a girlfriend before she gets a boyfriend. And I think that's just straight up jealousy. That's just envy and jealousy.
I don't think Yuji's looking for a girlfriend, man.
He's definitely not, but Nobara wants some attention, I think.
Oh, definitely. What would you like to get to the more plot-focused part of this episode?
Yeah, this part was fun, but yeah, back to the plot.
So we come back, and it's the main trio again, and Urihime, who we met actually in the flashback arc from earlier this season, is given a little briefing on, you know, there's a mole in the organization. Well, there's two, and they think one of them's high up, so they can't go after them. But they realize there's one that's on a lower level sending the info up. So Nobara figures it out that it's someone from Kyoto, since the Tokyo team is working on it. And it ends up being Mekamaru. So if you guys remember him from the first season, he's the one with like the debilitating health issues, I guess. He lives in a bathtub.
Yeah, he has like paper skin. Like he said, even moonlight burns his skin. He breaks his bones all the time just moving around. So he's in a lot of pain every day, all day. So it makes sense that he would be the one that could get manipulated in the first place. And then also from there, it's like he uses mechs. So he is probably really, really good at espionage.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure, you know, we've seen his main mech form, which is like that wooden dude. But he could control something as small as a fly. You know, he has the perfect ability for espionage, like we're talking about, and gaining information.
Yes.
So basically, Urahime and the main trio go to where Mekamaru is supposed to be staying, and sure enough, it's empty. There's nobody there. He's gone, and we basically go from there to the news scene where you have Mekamaru meeting with Geto and Mahito, and Mahito's ability, Idol Transfiguration, should be able to heal him. And they're like, why don't we just kill him now? And Geto's like, no, we had a pact. We got to see it through the end, and then we'll kill him.
Yeah. So
Like
pretty much, yeah, Geto's just saying that, it's different than when you make a pact, with yourself or for yourself. It's like you just lose the ability that you did the pact for. He's like, it's different when you do a pact with somebody else. Like unexpected things happen. So we have to hold up our end of this deal. But once the deal's over, we can do whatever the fuck we want, and we're gonna kill him. And I thought it was really smart of Geto to go after this guy. He's the most vulnerable person, I would say. You have something he needs, which is skin and a body. Yes.
Health.
Yeah, health. Just general health. But I wanted to go back to Urahime. Did you notice she had that massive scar on her face?
I did. She definitely did not have that in the hidden inventory arc. So I'm curious to see how she got it if they go into that.
Yeah. It's so big that I feel like they should say something. You know what I'm saying?
It looks like her head almost got cut off, dude. Like,
right. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like something ripped a lot of skin off of her face. So we gotta know. Let us know.
Definitely. But well, don't let us know if it's spoilers. Don't tell us. We want to find out. Fair enough. But so the idol transfiguration is complete. Mekamaru's got a body back, and he starts coming at these guys with puppets like crazy, so he can go to his latest prototype puppet. And let me tell you, Dan was a big fan of this
you
new
don't
puppet
say, bro.
This shit wasn't a puppet. It was a goddamn Gundam. This thing looks like it was out of Evangelion. Like it was a giant robot. He's actually inside of it. He's a Gundam pilot now. It's done. I'm a big fan.
Yeah, when I saw this, I was like, I know Dan is eating this up right now. Whoever thought we'd get mechas in JJK? And nice one. A really fucking nice one, too. This was no bullshit mecha. It had like a dome. Not a dome, but like a sphere with screens and Mekamaru sitting in the middle of it, controlling it with his hands and voice controls. I was like, yeah, this is right up Dan's alley.
It was a fucking Gundam, dude.
Yeah.
So the name of the new puppet was Mekamaru Mode Absolute Armor Puppet Ultimate Mekamaru Prototype O.
Bam. I mean, he has to work on the naming, but he's got the design down. Like, I'll give him that. Like, he's been working hard, obviously.
Oh, definitely. So we get to this big fight. Geto lowers the veil to cut off communication with the other sorcerers, and Mekamaru fires off this crazy ass beam attack. It's fucking awesome. Big fan. Big fucking fan. I want to go watch it again now.
Yeah, I watched it twice. I'm not gonna lie to you. Did you notice like there was Mekamaru had like this year counter, I guess time counter, and it seemed like he has like energy stored up. He had like 18 years worth of cursed energy stored up in this machine. So he's been working on this bad boy for a minute, and he used a whole year, 1 out of the 18, just on that one blast. So I don't think he's got a lot of stamina and going on for this thing, you know?
Oh, definitely.
And then he also went into his win condition because I think he knows he can't defeat Geto. And what's the curse's name?
Oh, the other curse user? The one with like the
Mahito.
Yeah, Mahito.
Yeah. So I know I think he believes like he can't beat both of them. So he gets going with his win condition and he says, "Oh, Geto just dropped this veil." And he's trying to cut off my communication so I can't call Gojo. He's like, I have to get the Gojo or contact Gojo so he can deal with these two. He's like, I just have to fight these off and buy time. Which I don't think he's gonna get out of this bad boy alive, man. And I just don't see like how he's gonna get it. If shit gets too hairy, Geto's just gonna step in, and he's kind of just sitting back letting Mahito do his thing.
Oh yeah, and I mean like I don't care. I got giant robots. I'm in.
An astute analysis from Dan
Also,
here.
also, I mean, Mechamaru's the mole. They're gonna figure it out, and I don't know how the sorcerer community is gonna feel about that. I mean, like, yeah, obviously we get why you did it, but you're still wrong. So I don't know if they're gonna lock him up in that creepy ass room they had Yuji in for a while, or what they're gonna do. But
I think they would just maybe they would just kick him out. But I think even if they do lock him up in that weird ass room, Mechamaru, that's a net win for him because he's not in constant pain and he has a body that works now. So like, what are you gonna do? You know, this was definitely in his best interest, and I completely understand and I honestly agree with his decision to do this. Like, I don't blame him at all.
yeah, no,
So yeah, I don't think he cares what happens as long as he lives. But I don't think he will.
yeah, no, I don't know. And it's gonna give us the next episode if it picks up with that fight and not some high school romance drama. I think it'll be a fucking banger episode.
Yes, yes. I do wonder how this high school romance is going to play into this season because they spent a lot of time um, with that girl's backstory and like explaining who she was. There has to be something going on there. They wouldn't have spent 10 minutes of the episode on that for no reason.
Oh, definitely. And I've heard this is a very sad season, so my deduction
Ugh.
skills are making me feel good about it.
Yeah, it's not looking good. It's not looking good. Okay. But yeah, the episode ended with kind of like the beginning of that fight in the giant mech. So